For the last 3 weeks.
6 o'clock, call the meeting to order. Stand.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated, and thank everyone for being here. Okay. Our agenda is a little full, so I'm going to try to speed right through here.
Is Lord still on?
That's Rose's desk.
What's that?
The word is coming.
Oh.
Here it comes.
There it is. That's traffic, isn't it? That's terrible. Oh. That's hard. Well, welcome, Sarah. Okay, everyone has some minutes for our March 9th meeting. You had an opportunity to review them. Do you have any questions or comments? If not, may I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. Approval of reports. The clerk treasurer's report expenses from March the 9th through April 13th are $1,069,687.19. And then the allowance docket is $48,727.42. May I have approval of those two reports?
I make a motion to approve the report for the clerk treasurer's report and the allowance document.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay. You have, well, that's going to be in new business, okay. The water construction claims.
Indiana Earthworks is requesting retainage release $124,507.14. That's the only water construction or any construction claim we got this month.
Okay.
And then change order number 7 will be part of the update.
Okay.
Does that includes the rest of the stuff to get that 2-inch or?
That would include the service line replacements along there. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it should include all those service line replacements.
So once we approve this, then we got the funds to finish that 2-inch up, right?
Correct.
Okay. You guys understood that, right? 2-inch on 10th Street.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And also, they did pay the $8,200 for the overtime of all the overtime to
Okay.
get the correct information. So I'm not requesting that we do so because we paid us.
I think I have the picture somewhere. So yeah, here's the. Okay. All right. May I have a motion then to approve Indiana Earthworks payment $124,507.14?
Vickie, may I ask one more question, please?
Sure. Absolutely.
The restoration. They're just doing that. They don't get paid for that.
Correct.
Okay, so the
They've already been
restoration.
billed for that.
They've already been billed. So what we got to do, the restoration they've got to do to finish that up is already paid.
Yeah, that'll be warranty work.
Okay. Okay. I'm with that. So what they're saying, he's got to go back and they got to go back and reseed and.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Several locations. Yes. Okay. May I have a motion then to approve the $124,507?
I make a motion to approve.
Construction claims.
Yeah, the construction claim.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
You have one thing
Yeah,
getting all this.
right here.
Okay.
I have all this assigned.
Okay. Okay, next is the police report, Marshal Huffman.
Okay, for the month of March, we made 1 criminal arrest, 1 traffic arrest, issued 18 traffic warnings, approved 1 gun permit, served 1 warrant, and issued 2 traffic citations. For the month, we had a total of 311 calls for the month. And the only thing we're waiting on for the Explorer to get our vehicle open plates, everything, we have, and we're waiting to hear back from the AED.
Okay.
So we're trying to get them for no cost. So I told her we'd wait a couple extra weeks just to see, and not for the extremely lower price.
Okay. That's worth waiting for.
Yeah, that's what, and then everything else is ready. Dustin's car, we should have it back in the way when it wants.
Okay. Very good.
The only thing on that with quote Tim was the control had shorted out because of the electrical problem. On the light side it was working, on the siren side it wasn't. So he had to, so I just told him to go ahead. I didn't think it was a problem. And then we should have it back no later than Wednesday. So then as soon as the plates come in, we'll be totally ready to fall.
Very good. Sounds good. Long overdue in trying to get the police department and equipped personnel and all kinds of stuff. Alrighty.
And also, did you guys want to vote on this? Or?
You want to introduce him?
And also, I asked Fred Jackson to come in. We just hired him. He is starting with the department the 20th next month. Like his application said, so we had 2 individuals apply, and we interviewed them. Both of them were good candidates to pick Mr. Jackson, so he just come by and everything, so everybody can see.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Officer Jackson.
And that's all I have, unless you folks have any other questions.
I think I'm good. Okay. And may I have a motion then to approve the police report?
I make a motion to approve the police report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Do you need
Dan?
to vote? Do you need to vote on him?
No.
No, okay. Just add.
You can just leave whenever you want. You can stay or do whatever.
Yes, sir. I'm in no rush.
Okay. Well, enjoy.
Okay. Utility water report. Dan.
For the month of March, we had 1 power outage, 52 water leaks, and installed 2 new water systems.
And we have a very detailed water report here.
That's good. Just a little bit different.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I would like to make one comment
Yeah.
that was brought up about the raw well and the finished well matching.
Yeah.
That can happen because we've got 3 big tanks. We could have tanks filled up and not have to pump no raw and still fill up the town. And so you can we've got quite a bit of storage.
The odds of them matching every month are slim to none.
Yeah.
It's almost 3 times capacity.
Actually,
Treated versus not treated.
looking at the numbers that went online, there's actually been more raw in there.
Yeah. So just wanted everybody to
I'll tell
know.
Lisa.
It can change every month. Sometimes it'll be more one way, one the other.
Yeah.
But the tanks, you got $250,000 gallon ground storage, 75,000 water towers. So if those get filled up different months, and we can change quite a bit.
We are going to.
The meters are calibrated once a year. We have to calibrate them once a year.
We are going to take care of some loss that we're seeing each month. We're going to get rid of the 2-inch line there on
Right.
We've got, now I see, we just found 2 more, now we got 15.
So the meters will be calibrated this year like they have to be every year.
There's 2 found on Oak Street back behind. But we're not going to repair them. They're going to get them fixed. On them triplex and a duplex, back in the back. You can't drive back there.
But the ones on the road.
Yep.
Larry, it looks like everybody on focus out of water.
Not me now, I'm off of
No,
it.
you're not. Yeah, thank you for explaining that, because it does look a little odd, so. Okay. Any other questions, comments? We have a motion then to approve the utility water report.
Make a motion to approve utilities.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, we can. So, IDM, the Department of Environmental Management, they require this to be updated each year. It's emergency response to leaks, spills, or illegal discharges. It's rather lengthy. But it basically says that we know how to handle those emergencies. We have the telephone numbers for everybody that needs to be contacted. We have the equipment that we need. If we don't, we know how to get the person here to fix it. And we're not talking about all little leaks, emergency situations. Illegal discharge, flooding, all that sort of thing. And of course, we already have a flood plan. So they just need the council to vote on this, and then Kyle can sign it and send it in. Okay? So, may I have a motion then for the emergency response that needs to put IDM?
I make a motion to approve the emergency response.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, got that done. Now, attorney report.
Well, as you notice, you got a weaker. I think my person was a little confused on the dates and sent it a weaker. It's always second Monday of the month, no matter.
Yes, no matter what.
Assisting with negotiating a full attachment agreement with Frontier. I don't know if you've heard back from.
No, and this is very odd. I was going to try to get a hold of them this week because we had ours. I sent it back in to the people, and they forwarded it on to 2 or 3 more people within their company. And I thought, well, maybe here you'll say that you've heard back from them and they approved everything and we're good to go. So that's not the case. I don't know. I mean, everything that Alicia wanted, and I told her, I said, it's well within, rules and everything, and so we could be really nitpicky about some of this, but, so I'll see what I can find out tomorrow and get back with you.
Well, they're the ones who want to put the attachments up.
I know. It's like, well, it's the same thing with, I know this is a different set, but the contract with Alexandria. I haven't heard back from them. I'm like, well, okay, you've got many volunteer ambulances getting all the money, so I don't know. So yeah, I'll probably find out.
Okay. Yeah, we have not heard anything in our office.
Okay.
I don't think they just accepted our last changes, but I figured that wasn't the case. Assisting with an ordinance regarding modification to the EDO to contaminate.
Yes.
Otherwise, on the water project, still waiting to hear from USDA.
You need to correct that on here too. It says wastewater project phase 2.
Yeah,
It should be water phase 2. It's been solely financed by USDA and it's already paid for. The residents do not get any increase in rates. It's already been set. we're just finalizing it and taking it out to bid.
Yeah, really what we've got some legal opinion things we need, we're waiting for some guidance from.
Correct, they say by the end of the month.
Yeah, that's what we had told them on a couple of weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, and it sounded like they should be getting back to us on.
And then we could get out the bid by the end of May.
Let's hope so. Let's see you're right.
But that needs to be put down here.
Yeah, I
We
get that.
We don't have that, and we still have the wastewater. We still have the closing phase 2 stormwater. We need to make sure we know that we got the closing, because she just had a walkthrough.
Did a walkthrough and Saubert dam is right like I thought it was a while, but right now all the areas that still need to be touched up or finished, some of it's restoration, and she looked at the areas that have been in question with USDA, but she thought it was stated that she's going to work really hard to get that paid. So,
That's what I got, unless you guys have any questions.
no, I can't think of anything right now. You can take?
No.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve the attorney report?
Make a motion to approve the attorney report.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Jeremy. You did not get a report of it. Well, when I stopped in the office, they were a little unclear. Angie was doing some things, Ed was doing some things. I'm just trying to get hold of him. I don't know why he's not doing this. Because I first asked, I said, did Josh do the report? Yeah, I think, I don't know what's going on there. So I will get him up with that. Now the ambulance report, we have that. It's actually okay, we got the report. And they had 8 calls for the month of March. And what I was referring to earlier as far as the ambulance contract, we already have a contract with our volunteer. But Alexandria had also put an offer out there to help, which they do anyway, their backup, but they don't get paid for it. And so we discussed that they should be getting some compensation when they're making the runs. So we had a very nice agreement drawn up, and it was sent to the captain, and then he had to present it to the Board of Works, and they had to present it to the mayor. So I waited a couple months, and then I called the captain, and he said, well, it has to go through several departments, and I don't know anything yet. I'm like, okay. So, to me, it's on them. If they want to get compensated, then they'll get the thing either sent back with some additions or corrections, or we'll just forget it. I'm not pursuing that. Anybody else wants to see that's fine, but I don't see the point here. So that's what's going on with that. So may I have a motion then to approve the ambulance report?
I make a motion to approve the ambulance report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Park board.
I talked to Joe out there, like I said earlier, and he says as of right now, he has nothing, and he's got to make a run.
He got to
call him for a run.
Right.
So he said there's nothing new with the report.
Well, he did, Amy did, or somebody sent us, their minutes from their, this says April 1st, but then it says Wednesday, August the 6th. Yeah.
You did have a meeting.
Did they have a meeting, right? Okay. Basically, it talks about the Frankton students in action at community days May 12th. They have a to-do list for the students, painting the old shed, post on the east shelter needs painted, clean up trash, limbs and sticks, and if any of them have time, or spend behind or clean up some of the trash that knows. They talked to Jerry Hildoss about the old shelter house, but the unlevel concrete issues. Then remulch Jefferson Oaks by Zach Lewis, Joe's good estimates. How many times do we not have to remulch that? I guess is my question. Power or lower estimates for new mower for spring of 26 to be discussed at next meeting. And then Clay Crow's possible swings for Jefferson Oaks, Joe's to follow up. And next meeting will be May the 6th at the park. So that's what I have. Questions I can pass along to Joe.
I have a question. Alexander
Oh,
Park. Sorry. Alexander Park, the past couple of years, there seems to be a little bit of air trucks and postage office confusion of who's doing what. So if it could just be communicated on the community day, what you guys are getting, so we know what to get to.
Oh, okay.
I think last year we got mulch. You guys had mulch. Which is
Right.
no problem. We just want to make sure we plan better this year.
Okay. I'll apologize a little bit. Yeah, usually we get the black mulch and have that spread around. Okay. Okay, then I have a motion in to approve the park report.
I make a motion to approve the park report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Implements, we have those. Okay, now we move on to the Wise Planning Commission.
Okay, well, we had two permits. The solar utility at the high school for the tennis courts, and 400 Farm Street for the new manufactured homes. 400 Farm Street. UDL violations is 107 Jackson, which we gave a 90-day extension, discussed after 30 days, and he's meeting with Jared. Storage container in Lafayette, okay.
Okay, in regards to the storage container, which we've been she, well, I called her Friday, and she called me. She's not in here, is she? I don't know her, so when they did, okay. Yeah, because I told her to come, she was here. So she called me today, and I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I said, people don't like it. The neighbors don't like it. It does not look attractive at all. It's actually what they call attractive nuisance, which it attracts your attention because it looks bad. It's not any typical structure that people use for residential storage. Now, I'm not talking about, commercial and or construction, that sort of thing. But I said, we're not in favor of it. I mean, just to be honest, we are not in favor of it. She goes, I know, I've already got some stuff in there. And I said, well, I'm sure you do. We've been dragging this out for a couple months. And she said, well, it's just temporary till we build our garage. Now, I said, I personally have not heard anything about the garage building. I don't know if anybody on planning was told that that's the reason that was set there. So I said, well, here's the thing. We're going to bring this up at the council meeting tonight, because we need to move forward with this. Something needs to be done, so that we just can't leave it there forever. She goes, well, it's going to be maybe at least 3 months or so before we can build our garage. And I said, we've already had it there 2 months. And, you know, I said, I'm only one person. I have one vote on the council. So what everybody else wants to do, we take things, recommendations, and sometimes we just vote for them, and sometimes we have to take a look at it and move it in a different direction. So I am, you know, the only thing I'm going to say is, if we vote no for that too, and I got some things that Alicia and I have been discussing on it. You know, you asked me to come up with a ordinance, and I've been working with Alicia and all this. Here's what, there's basically 3 different methods that other towns, cities use when it comes to that sort of thing. And this includes pods too. A temporary structure. Okay. For residential use, it's limited to when a resident is moving into or out of a dwelling. So it's temporary. You're moving, you've got to store your stuff while you get into there, you know. I think it already usually goes 72, not 72 hours, but maybe 3 months, something like that. It's temporary.
Maybe 90 days.
90 days, yeah, that sounds about right. Or use of cargo storage containers permitted for construction purposes. And also, if you build a new house, there's containers that could be out there for that. That use no longer than 72 consecutive hours now. That's not very long, as storage containers are permitted in industrial zones. There's prohibition against long-term use of shipping containers, cargo containers, and portable on-demand pods in all zoning districts except for industrial districts that permit outdoor storage of equipment, materials, waste, scrap materials, and pallets. In other districts, shipping containers may only be used temporarily during approved construction projects, like we talked about before. There's also a requirement to obtain a permit before placing a portable storage unit. Permit application includes diagram of the proposed location, duration of placement. Temporary placement is 14 days or less. Extended placement is 15 to 60 days. Placement over 60 consecutive days or 120 days in a rolling 4-month period is prohibited. Number of storage units, 1 unit. Not to exceed 130 square feet. Then some just prohibited, period. Leave it in the industrial. And then prohibition against the use of storage or shipping containers as accessory buildings in all zoning districts. Now, that statement there pretty much sums it up for me. I put this in, I said prohibition against long-term use of shipping containers, cargo containers, and portable on-demand storage pods in all zoning districts except for districts that permit outdoor storage, you know, like your industrial and all that kind of stuff. And other districts, shipping containers will only be used temporarily during the construction project. 72 hours. And then add prohibition against use of storage and shipping containers as accessory buildings. Add that in. So, I guess what I want, I'm sorry I didn't, I've got it here if you want to look at it. I guess what I'm asking is, A, do we, as a council, vote on the verbiage that Dave wants me to, which Alicia pretty much presented here, so they have that available for the UDO amendments next month. So we don't have to table that again. I'm just concerned every time we table somebody, figure something out. And I can type this up, send it to everybody, everybody can take a look at it. If you see something there that you decide you don't like so well, then, you know, make alterations. I want to get this done before our next planning meeting. So cost.
No, I had talked to him when I sent him to you because I wasn't on it. But I had told him about years past, just one of the trailers on that road had a trailer sitting there, and it cost us a lot of money to get that little trailer cab out of there. And then there were other places around Frankton that had them back in the day, and this might be 20, 25 years. So I told him, I said, we had stopped the use of that because once they let one, they were all over the town, and we ended up having to pay. The town had to pay. And I said, but you need to talk to the people on the planning commission. But to me, if you're not using it so you could build a garage or something, I don't think it's legal.
And I don't
so that was my point.
I don't know if somebody maybe mentioned, you know, that we'll tell them you're using it for temporary until you get blood flow. And maybe that's what they intended all along, but they never said that.
Yeah, I don't think you have, you know, you didn't hold a permit on that.
And you have to have a permit.
And that's the first time I talked to her, just about 3 days ago.
Yeah.
There wasn't a permit on it. And I was like, well, I don't think you should start letting them in here, sorry.
Well, that was a situation where, according to them, it would be grandfathered or anything. We can't let somebody put something in the yard and not pay for nothing, so that's why we went that way.
Right.
At the time, I didn't think we were going to do anything else.
Right. Well, some of this information came a little later after, you know, that first meeting. And, you know, you can say that there's different definitions for accessory structures, and like I mentioned at our meeting last week, an accessory structure, which is what we normally think of, a shed, a detached garage, you know, a home barn, anything like that, except for a gazebo. Gazebo can be inside your house, have something that's attractive usually, but the rest of it has to be in the backyard. It has to be behind your property. It's not supposed to be right on the side of it. And that's why I told her, I said, there were so many things that, unfortunately for you, were not done properly. You didn't get a permit. A lot of this would have been explained at the time. I said, that's not going to fit in the backyard. We can't authorize that because it doesn't meet the setback requirements. And so she said, okay. She goes, well, okay. So how much time can we have to get our stuff out of there? Can we have 60 or 90 days? I'm not saying that. I was thinking more 30 days.
I wouldn't get more.
You know, I can't make them get everything out of there tomorrow. I don't want all they got in there. I don't want to be, you know, that harsh. But 60 or 90 days, she's right back to asking what she wanted to build a garage in. They'll have to get a permit first before they can build a garage. So, I just need a motion, I guess. I'm going to present this. I make a motion that we vote against the ticket container being there for the fact that it is traffic nuisance. Neighbors have been complaining about it. It will not fit in the backyard. And, you know, even if they are going to build a garage, that should have been mentioned to begin with, but we can't allow that to stay there another 90 days. So I'll draft this amendment for the UDO. I'll send it to everybody so that can be decided before maybe. And then I say we give them 30 days to get their stuff out.
From the PC meeting? From the PC meeting?
Mark?
This is what we were talking about, that they just tabled it. Again, it just is tabled.
So we talking about 30 days from the next PC meeting next month? What we're talking about?
From this meeting?
From this
From this
meeting.
meeting? From this meeting?
Yeah. I mean, I've been working with Alicia trying to come up with something so we don't have to just keep dragging this on. And, you know, when you table it, you know,
You run out of tables. You run out of tables.
Yeah, you run out of tables, yeah. I mean, somebody has to take the bull by the
Well, I vote that we do the motion.
Okay.
30 days.
Yeah.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
And that's on the basis of this being like an R3 family zone, this is an accessory structural or other storage.
Yes. Because I mean, I looked at all that and I'm like, if I told her, I said, even in the county, they're popping up in the county. And the county commissioners had to hurry up, and the county council had to come up with an ordinance to stop, and theirs is 5 acres. If you want to put one on your property, you gotta have 5 acres. So, we could put that in here too, you know, but okay, I'll get this done and get off to everybody. So, I appreciate that. And then there's another thing that I want to bring up. I don't want to be a bad person here today, but I'm still concerned about the 107 Jackson Street property getting another 90 days. He has been given so many extensions over the last 5 or 6 years. And there's always a promise. And he promised last fall to have it all taken care of by the end of the year. That didn't happen. And then he comes in there at our meeting and raises his voice. You know you can kick people off for that. That's inappropriate behavior for me. I mean, I'm sitting there because, you know, him and I are not best buds. And so, no, you don't have to tolerate anything like that. There's a way to present yourself, and he doesn't know how to do that. So I am just expressing, again, my displeasure at how many times and we have given him to keep on. We don't do that to anybody else here in town. I mean, if I had a violation of my property, I don't care if I'm on the council or not, I had a violation of my property. Would you let me have 6 years to fix it? You shouldn't. If you do, you should not. So, I just want to know how the council really feels. You probably don't want to take it up for a vote, although I would like to have it for a vote. I don't know if we can even do that, because the letter's already gone out, charging him the fee. Already went out, and he's supposed to start paying us the 16th. Now we're giving him another 60 days. I don't know really how that needs to play out.
I think it's ultimately the planning commission decision.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm expressing my displeasure at that, and I told them at the planning, I'm done. I am not going to do any more when it comes to that property. But I have to let the people here know that as a council member, I am not happy with the direction that was going at all. And I just, you know, that was tabled. We could make the decision. This, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how the letter's gone out. His first payment is the 16th. Is that right?
First time is 16.
Yeah. It's $25 a day.
Yep.
But yet, we turned around and gave them was it extension from the 6th, I suppose, from our meeting. Gave another 90 days. So, Is that validate the letter and his PD? Yeah, Mark, go ahead.
I know you was there, and it was in chaos. Nobody knew what to say anything. And I brought up the 90 days. And the only reason I said that is we'd make a list, and we evaluated every 30. If you didn't have anything, each 30, you had to have so much done.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really only giving him 30 days to get started on it. Or the fines will kick in back from day one. And I talked to him at the county, and the county does a lot of 60s and 90s. But after 30 days, they hit you pretty hard if you don't get. They charge you $1. 60 days, it's 500. 90, it can go on up. They get pretty stiff on you at the county. But I just said that I didn't know. It was, it was a mess right there. He was kind of in havoc. But I said, if we give you 90 days, you have to have certain things done each 30 days, or it goes back to day one and you have to pay the fines. So it wasn't like we just gave him an open 90.
Is that in the minutes that way? I mean, I don't.
That's how I said it. I don't know if they remember it. I know it was in kind of chaos when we was.
Yeah, I know Joyce was taking the minutes.
That's what I said. I'm sure. I don't know how Joyce wrote it down in the minutes.
That needs to be right. Somehow that needs to be right in the minutes, because that's the only record we have.
And
but that's what we.
What was kind of bad, we had the other people meeting with him, and then the building inspector was going to meet with him. So it kind of threw everything in the air. We didn't know what was met. I think Wrestling Dave met with him, and we didn't know what had come out in the meeting, maybe after the meeting. And then the building inspector was going to go down there, but that's how I said it. And I know that was said that after 30 days, he had to accomplish certain things.
Do you have, I've asked you before, do you have a list, so that we talk about a list of what all he needs to do there?
Yes.
You got a list. Do you have a report of what he's already done, or what still needs to be done?
I don't think he has made a report.
Well, you need to make, somebody needs to make a report.
I'm not going to make a report.
Oh, Jared.
Well, I thought you would. Jared's going to do it?
That's what I was telling him, Jared. They sit out here after the meeting.
No, I know that. I mean, prior to, like a couple months ago, when somebody asked you to take over, that, and I said, do you have...
I did my best to go in, instruct him what he needed to be done, how he needed to clean it up.
Okay.
And his son, God bless his soul, he worked his tail off down there. And he has been working 10 to 12 hours a day. And they got a lot, he's got a lot of confidence.
Oh,
Not Dave, I'm talking about the boy. And it's just,
well,
I don't know if there's any help for him or not.
You remember, of course, what set him off was I called it a junkyard. And that he informed me that it is a laydown yard. You know what a laydown yard is, don't you? And I think it's probably. So I looked it up when I got home. And that's not a laydown yard either. So I want everybody that's going to be dealing with this to know when he uses that term, it is not a laydown yard. A laydown yard is exactly what we had over here at the wastewater plant. And they were building the plant. And they had a trailer there that was their office. And they had equipment and machineries and tools and beams and everything else laying there. They could walk over and get it and utilize it. That's a laydown yard. And then when the project was over, that all had to be cleaned up and returned back to better than it was before, which they did. That's a laydown yard. There's no construction going on right there. That is not being constructed. So I'm just saying, legally, that's not what he has going. So, and I'm done. I just wanted to express my opinion, put some information out there that the planning might be able to use in the future, and you handle it how you want to.
One thing I want to say, I live close by, and I see kids on his stuff every weekend. There's kids climbing over all that junk every weekend, so. And some of it's in the alleyway. So.
Somebody's going to get hurt, and they'll sue him, but then they find out that the town neglected it for 5 or 6 years, 20 years, they could come after us. So that's why I have to express my opinion. Okay? Now, we move on from that. I guess we need to approve the minutes.
Yep.
Do I have a motion to approve planning commission minutes?
I make a motion to approve the planning commission.
I was second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you for listening to me.
Vickie, before you stop,
Yes.
that's the first time that I've been on the planning commission that somebody gives somebody a list and told them if the list ain't done, this is what it's been brought up more than once, and I can show you emails about 8 of them. The only way you're going to get anything accomplished is make a list of what needs to be done, give them 30 days, and you're fine. We've been trying to do this for 6 years.
Yes.
And it's the first time somebody brought it up. Just so people know, that's the way you do it. You make a list. This is what you got to have accomplished in 30 days. If you don't, then we start finding it until the list is done. You need to have a good paper record so we got some leg to stand on. So if you can have them make a list.
There's a list already made somewhere.
I know, I get you.
You'll get it. I got the list.
Get the list.
I got UDO.
And then you got all the armor in the world to start buying. $1, that's okay, $1 a day. I mean, it just gets worse.
Yeah. It doesn't get better.
We had maybe, it was about 6 years ago, right at the end of one of our people, they had started a fine. We fined 2 people. And I don't think we ever had to enforce it. It got fixed. It got fixed before our fine started. And then it stopped again. And it just stopped. But that's the way you got to do it.
There has to be consequences. Okay, that's the point. We don't give any consequences. So that's something that. And like I said, kids are playing out there. Is that my spiel? Do you have anything for stormwater?
No.
Okay. The BCA, nothing. Okay. New business. This will be got the report on phase 1 of wastewater.
No, we have a BCA meeting.
What is BCA meeting?
Right here.
Oh. Okay.
It's right past
It's in small print.
It's in small print, but it's right after the last page of the TC.
Okay.
Here, I've already seen it.
Okay. Thank you.
I read it.
Sorry about that. Okay.
It might be in with this. Go to the end of this.
Okay, so, all right, so the BZA had a meeting November 25th. Obviously, they don't meet every
Say BZA? Yeah. And then there's it. There's this.
This had to do with a setback at property 504 East Walnut Street. Buffington, they had a pool and a deck and a storm came through and little Robert, it's just literally. Anyway, their problem was they didn't get a permit. They just started rebuilding and then they changed the height and changed a few other things. So they had to go through BZA. And all the criteria was met and all members voted in favor of allowing that.
And they agreed to pay the permit fee?
Yes. because I think he'd already gone and done that. Okay, and then the meeting on March 16th this year.
We didn't get nothing for that.
I'm
The
sorry.
16th of March, I didn't get anything for that. Did they hold the
The
meeting?
new business?
Did they hold the meeting?
Well, obviously, because now they had,
This is the March 16th meeting.
right.
Did you hold the one on the
Right.
16th of March?
Yeah, because I think that's the one where we
The Hans, they were
4601 South Boa Drive is where you're
Well,
from.
that's where they live. It's for the property there at 4th Street. Those two
For
lots.
the 2 lots up there on 4th Street.
Yeah, so we're gonna put in,
Yeah.
So you approved that?
And that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's just
I'll find it when I
statements
get
of
home.
other things.
Okay. So, we don't have to approve these today, so. Okay. Now, new business updates on sewer, water, and stormwater.
You all have copies of the update memo?
I didn't print it off now.
I have copies of you guys want them?
Of what?
The update memo for this one?
I think I just copied it all.
On here?
Oh, yeah. Or most of it.
Phase 1 and 2 and all that, okay.
Yep. I'm starting with phase 1 and 2 wastewater. Phase 1 looks like Commonwealth is in the process of assembling the use of the remaining funds. It would be for the SCADA improvements and the additional rehab for the collection system. This will be provided to the town, I'm assuming, probably next month. And then for phase 2, the relocation of the rain gauge has been requested by Yardberry. It sounds like the walkthrough has already been completed, so that has already been done. And then payment for the pavement on Maple Street is pending the agreement with RD. And then installation of post-construction monitoring meters are complete. And Commonwealth met with Dan and reviewed the as-bills, and comments were addressed at the time above and are being processed and finalized.
When you go back, I want to know where we're at on the sewer plant. Because we haven't closed, we haven't did anything. I don't see no reference to the sewer plant. I want to know what's going on with the sewer plant.
I can get you an update on that.
Yep, just tell them I want to know. Get it to us by the end of the week.
Here's the over some of the issues that brought on the sewer plant when we had that meeting and stuff. But the screen still doesn't work. Real bad. Still waiting on the weather station. I mean, how much of stuff.
That's the auger, I'm still waiting on them to put the new chute on there, that's supposed to redesign.
But that's under warranty. We've got cash still sitting out there. I don't know anything we're waiting on with the cash. We haven't had a walkthrough. We haven't had nothing. It's been done since October. And here we are in April. I want to know where we're at by Friday.
Okay, go ahead.
You want me to continue with water as well?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So for phase 1 water, the treatment plant project, King River 5 is currently pending plant sizes by info. Once that's received, we should be able to move forward with King River 5. Then moving into the distribution system, phase 1, King River 7 is presented this month to the board to be approved and signed. That includes all of the additional service line replacements down 10th Street easement. Should allow for the abandonment of that line in phase 2.
Question about the water pump.
Yes.
Has that been finalized,
Which?
the water plant project for the upgrades for Striegel.
Which Striegel to get the wells put on?
No, the water plant itself. Because we just had our backflow devices inspected. We saying that doesn't meet the code, it's up too high, it's up near the ceiling.
We walked through with Striegel.
So,
Not to my knowledge, no.
but he said it's too high, and they say should make it move it down where it's more, like over the sewer plant there, right?
If we haven't had a walkthrough,
You don't have to get a ladder to work on and look at it.
I thought we had a walkthrough with Striegel.
I would have to ask Riley.
Ask Riley if we've had a walkthrough. If not, find out what he's got going. That would be warranty.
Yeah, that'd be something you can put on the punch list.
Yeah, just write down on your paper, Striegel, what was it called?
Backflow device.
Backflow and get that on the warranty.
Yeah,
If we've already did the walkthrough, which I believe we have.
Moving on with the distribution system project, we're going to continue internal service line investigations to use the remaining funds when Indiana First is back on site to do those service line replacements. That's just for inventory purposes. Okay, application 15, I believe Tim already discussed earlier. That's also presented this month for Earthworks for partial release of retainage for everything previous to change orders 7.
I wouldn't say that's partial. It's like all of it except for the house pumps. For the retainage?
Yes, it should be.
Describe it as partial. That's like all of it.
It's only partial because we're retaining, I believe, 3,000 from the upcoming work.
Yeah.
So it's for all base bid work.
Oh, 1,700 left.
Yeah, we have to do that because it's a SRF. It's so that we can get the hookup to the house.
Yeah.
So we only had so much, and that saves us just a little bit if we can't hook up to the if we find one more house. We got $1,700.
Yeah.
Then moving into phase 2, we have updates from bidding. 2 weeks ago, Commonwealth had a meeting with Jeremy, Reedy, and USDA to discuss the upcoming timeline for when we can go out to bid. Currently, USDA is still waiting for closeout information from USDA National. That's also what Jeremy is waiting on to complete his title approval. And then on Commonwealth side, we got confirmation TDR and ER have been approved. The only thing that's pending is we need to publish a FONSI, which basically says that there's no effect for the watershed or the wetlands. And then we sent that off to USDA for approval. Once we get that back, we will publish it. It'll have to run twice, so assuming 30 days for the affidavit to come back after publication, and then it should be approved. We've also submitted plans and specifications 2 weeks ago now. For review, we're expecting a 30-day review period plus comments. Once those are approved, plus the FONSI and the national report, we should be able to bid. Based on that meeting, we're expecting late May, early June for bid, with bid openings in June and our engineer's recommendation being that meeting in July, and then being able to close out the bond in October.
Any questions?
No, go ahead. I need to keep my blood pressure down.
So when would construction be started now?
90 days.
90 days, typically, unless the contractor wants to begin winter.
Yeah, October, we're going to be doing it
During the middle of winter.
Well, we would award the bid in August, most likely. 90 days from August, they would have procurement period.
Yeah. We're going to be doing water and... No, thank you.
You know, it's a shame things. Can't go back and change anything, you just have to look forward. I'm all up behind you just looking. Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
No. No, thank you, Alex.
Thank you. You can go. I mean, you can stay. so exciting.
Appreciate it.
Very nice.
See you.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you.
Well, now we're getting to what these are so backtrack a little bit on community crossing and getting roads paved and all that. So put in an application last July to be awarded usually November, and they did not allow it.
We put the application in last December. I think they were due December 1st. Last year was the year they got pushed, and they moved it back to July this year.
Yeah, yeah. That part of that we put one in, and suddenly they didn't have enough money to award it to everybody because we had $300 million out there, and the government changed it to $100 million. Big decrease. Then they opened up. One of the congressmen, God love him, said, let's just get one shot here. See if we can get another $75 million for those towns who did not get awarded. And so they called, you're it, you get it. Didn't have to reply or anything. And I want to introduce Curtis. He is with Crossroads. So they are handling this now. As I had mentioned, next year I'm done, and we need to start planning for that. Not that somebody else couldn't take it over if they want to. Hey, what the hell do you? We just don't find somebody to take our jobs, don't we? So we have these. Jeremy, we got all these. And Curtis, if you want to come up here, because
whatever you like me to.
Yeah, because you two are involved with this. So this is our bid opening, and as it stands, we got 6. Yeah, that's good.
We've done how many roads? 8? How many roads?
Oh, how many roads? Lots of roads. I can tell you how many roads there are.
Okay, you've got DC Construction Service, Inc.
8, yeah.
I can either you'll need to go road by road or total. Okay. The total bid amount for the 8 streets is $514,809.83 for DC Construction Services, Inc.
Say that again.
$514,809.83. Got Baumgartner next.
Who?
Baumgartner.
So that's 8 roads.
8 roads, 8 streets. For Baumgartner, the total bid amount for the 8th Street projects is $699,000, or $699,136.50. $699,136.50 for Baumgartner. Next is Howard Companies.
You got your logo.
Sorry. I'll find one. There we go. All right, for Howard Asphalt LLC, DBA Howard Companies, for the 8th Street projects, $539,706.35. $539,706.35 for Howard Asphalt LLC.
You keep saying the 8th Street project?
8th Street.
Is that
8
like
separate street projects.
Street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll run down the names after this.
CCMG, or their own running paving and maintenance Inc.
Who is it?
Buddy,
Running,
R-U-D-I-G. R-U-D-I-G.
for running, the total bid for the 8th Street projects is $563,194.36. 563,194.36. E&B paving. E&B paving for the 8th Street projects is $563,350.54. 563,350.54. E&B paving. Last one. Yeah, I was coming in very close.
Wait a minute, you pick up the
I don't think I've ever seen $100.
Oh, no.
$200. That's good.
Yeah.
This is great. Grady Brothers.
Grady.
Grady.
Grady Brothers for the 8th Street project's proposal is $646,500.
Oh,
It's 0 cents. 646,500.0 cents.
Okay, now, what Curtis and I have discussed, we, typically take the low bid, but I would like for them to review some of this too.
Make sure the facts are complete.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I will review and
exactly.
make sure that everything's complete.
Yes.
Now, what you can do, and what we've done in other communities, is under the advisement of go ahead and award it to the lowest responsive bidder. But that's completely up to you guys. If not, we have to wait for the next meeting to award it, essentially.
Right.
But you can let NDOT know now.
Because they want to know.
Yeah. And as soon as you let them know, they will turn the letter out like that.
Yeah. So,
That's completely up to you how you want to handle it. You want to wait till the next meeting to do that, or if you just want to take it under advisement to award the lowest responsive bidder. They are really close, and they fit within the budget that you provided.
Yeah, and within rules and the state rules, that's what we are supposed to do. I'm sure if there's anything that, just like any, as you start in on the project and you have your meeting with the contractor, and you're going, oh, wait a minute, we got to back this, got to rethink this. So, at the present time, DC Construction has the low bid, $514,809.63. Yes, so I've gone ahead and approved this, then I can get with NDOT and we can get the money for it. $514,809.83.
Okay.
Did I 63?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
63.
Yeah, I mean, if you're vague with your process of just saying the lowest responsible bidder, then that will allow if DC messed it up, which they shouldn't have.
No. You said last time.
Okay.
You need a motion.
Yeah, I know.
No, like I said, do you need a
I need a
motion?
motion to approve DC Construction for the CCNG 26-1 paving project.
We got doing something to their review.
Yes, subject to cluster review.
I would just say the lowest responsible bidder, because if you say DC and that goes in the minutes, then.
I wrote that down.
Okay.
Oh, lowest responsible, okay.
Yeah,
Responsible bidder, and then if, like I said, if DC messes up, we can go to the next lowest bid.
Okay.
Whoever that was, Howard.
What'd you say?
The lowest responsible bidder.
Okay, we'll make a motion to approve what he just said.
It'll be wrote. I wrote it down.
All in favor, aye. Oh, I know what you're saying, because we're doing things a little differently now, and that's good.
Yeah, no reasons because of MnDOT.
Could you please tell us what 8 roads?
Yes, I am going to.
Because there's 8 roads.
Here, you can read it. It's usually off of the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll give it a go. I've got it into it. Okay. Washington Street from Clyde to 128. So from down there to 120 to Sigler Street. Then it's Washington to Maple to the bridge is. So I have these 2 sections. Then Maple Street is 7th Street to 500 West or 11th Street. So that'll take care of Maple Street. Then there's Maple Street from 500 West to Boardwalk Avenue.
Correct.
Do that. Then Clyde Street, if I had been done a few years ago, but there was a section we had to leave out because of water projects. So now 8th Street to 11th Street is going to be redone. Delaware Street from Factory to Sigler. Factory from Delaware to Fletcher, and then Fletcher from Clyde to Sigler. Okay, so, and hopefully, hopefully since we got this extra money this time, I don't know if we're going to be able to, get any more for next year or not, but we're sure.
When is the payment run starting?
Well, it all depends on who the contractor is. I mean, it'll depend upon their schedule.
It will. The language, I believe, is, and I can review that, but they can start between June 1st. They'll have to be done by, I want to say September.
The reason I'm asking is we're going to pick up 3,000 pounds of asphalt for patching potholes. We're just having to spend that money if they're going to pave the streets. Because 90% of the potholes down are Maples down until then.
Yeah, June 1st would be the earliest start date, unless the contractor is willing to start earlier, and you guys are okay with it.
I usually like to have them try to do it when school's out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm asking if you're
Yes.
still like us, we'll pick up the asphalt, spend town money, if it's just going to be repaid 3 weeks later.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Let's just hold off. Unless it's a really big area, it's going to cause some damage or problems for somebody, because, I don't see any point in doing that either, so. That's good.
Yeah. And then if you are willing to, the next submission would be July 1st. So you have to look at the streets if you want us to proceed with that as well.
Right.
We'll have to turn that around pretty quick as well.
Well, we got to hope that water phase 2, we get the information so that we know every road we've got that whole addition down there is tore up.
And I don't want to pave, or that's like Polk Street. I don't want to pave that. We've been holding off on that because we have to keep your water there. So, yes, Natasha.
I just have a curiosity question. So, like, when you guys are doing work and getting bids, they go public notice. I know you made a Facebook post, which is the first time I've seen one in a while on that page. Mm-hmm. So I'm just curious, what is the official method for the town cutout bill?
The town to do
what? Like, what is your official public notice? Do you only do newspaper? Do you only do Facebook?
Oh, no,
because then I saw your Facebook post, but I didn't see a previous bid posting like that until a year before. Right.
It's
saw that, but what I'm
newspaper.
saying is I've never seen anything on Facebook prior to a year from what you had. So I was just asking, where do I look at those? And your answer is just newspapers, the only absolute notice.
That's the legal thing that we have to do.
I understand that.
And our website, it's on the website, and then, putting something out there on Facebook. And
I'll tell you, I don't have an official Facebook page.
And is it only Herald Bulletin, or do you guys put it in any other papers?
The Anderson paper, because we get more responses.
it was March 17th and March 26th.
Right.
Yes.
She has some county people kind of blow it out of proportion. That's why I'm asking.
Oh.
Where do I see this stuff so I know? Versus people wearing out and not knowing the information.
I think most contractors know when it's time to start looking at the paper, the legal attitude.
Yeah, are you talking more of just public notice for the general public or public notice for like contractors?
So I don't own a business.
Okay.
I know lots of people.
She just
And the
helping
question
us.
I get is, how do we put a bid in on work? Well, I don't know, because I don't see them. So how can I call
She's
them?
helping us respond to people on, well, we've got 3 websites. And we've got people asking
Oh, I
questions.
don't help respond. I keep my nose out of town. That's my husband, no.
I know nothing.
All it does is tick me off, no.
No, but I mean, sometimes you'll put something like, it's in the Anderson area.
I mean, obviously, I'm very involved in the community. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
I know people within the state from my work. So again, it's just identifying where that source is. And the other thing too is, it's a small town. Like, where are we posting that to ensure there's no funny plans and that being posted publicly and fairly displayed? That's it.
And once we get this down to, then there'll be posts, for these are the roads we pay, this is the company that's going to be doing it, they're going to start such and such stuff, and put that out there.
I don't mind that. I just want to know when you're going to. You can bid on it. How do you get that? So thank you for clarifying.
Thank you, Natasha. Okay, so, now you got your work cut out for you.
Yep, we'll review these, and then we'll provide you with a recommendation to the board letter.
Okay.
Thank you.
Everything, and you will have to reach out to NDOT though.
Oh, I will.
Kathy.
Yeah. Well, I got her name, number,
Information and
post it
she
right
will
on
get you as soon as you get. I'll summarize all this and give you an email, and then you can reach out to Kathy, and then she will get you a good one. This is the letter saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to forward that letter.
Do what?
I'm going to forward that letter.
Oh, yeah, I will. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Well, I'm talking to you. I will not be here Friday or Monday next week. If something, you can text me or email me, but I won't be here. Okay. All right, thank you. Good to see you again. Yes, we got maps and everything. Lines and roads. A lot better than what I could do. Okay. Let's see. My agenda's not off.
Susan will be there.
Now, sorry, I'm seeing this stuff back there. All right. We have asked Susan from Ambassadors, God's Preachers, to come and talk to us a little bit about how we can help the feral cat problem. I mean, every community has them. So they have some tools and things that hopefully we can use along with the community and maybe take care of some of this problem. So you want to come forward?
Sure. I know that you said you had an ordinance.
Yes.
Okay, and I didn't see that.
Okay.
I sent it. So,
Okay.
do you have an animal control officer?
No.
The police
No,
officer here?
no.
No.
Just our police.
Even
yeah.
Arrested has an animal control officer.
Yeah.
I thought that was, so do you ever trap cats here?
No. Not far as I know.
Okay, but it is legal to do so. You did pass the ordinance.
Right.
Okay.
We just need guidance on, I guess,
Yeah.
how to do that.
Sure. I'm happy to answer any questions. We've done some trapping in Frankton before.
Okay.
So it is the most humane and effective way to manage the cat population in town. Is there a huge problem in what areas of town?
I only can tell you what's been reported to me personally.
I mean, you get a lot of complaints.
Yeah, there's on the east side, I suppose it's all over town.
It's pretty much all over.
Yeah, okay. So what happens, I guess? Okay. So what kind of problems are you hearing about? I would imagine a police officer probably hears most of it.
People People complain, about cats getting in their garages,
right.
The garage doors, and climbing all over. This one, for gentleman on the east side, he has dealt with his neighbor behind him, and she just feeds these cats, and they crawl all over. And
okay. Yeah.
Well, I got 13 out of my house.
You have what?
13.
I have 17.
They used to have a big building beside me and tore it down and all that.
Okay.
Cats are...
Are they all sick?
Nope. They're not my cats.
Everybody says that. And everybody says they're nobody's cats, and that's where the term community cats comes in.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
They're not my cats.
No, and I get that. I do get that. But somebody somewhere somebody has to step forward to help the cats. They didn't ask to continue to reproduce, and so it's up to us to spay and neuter them, get them the help that they need, and then so that's why the trapping. And we have very affordable options, and I'm happy to give you lead resources.
Okay.
This brochure is how to live with cats in your community. On one entire pamphlet on the back side, it's dealing with the nuisance issues in people's gardens, the yowling, the fighting, on people's the wind, sorry, it's been a long day. The hoods of cars.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Getting in trash, all those kind of things. So in this brochure talks about that, how to ward off for that. You could always make copies. And then inside is the trap, neuter, return. It's just kind of the basics of TNR, like how we do it. We have a very small trapping team. If you wanted to each take one. I don't know if anybody else wants one. I don't have an abundance. Does anybody have community cats they're dealing with? No. Okay. I didn't know who my audience was. I guess it's you guys. This is
the council. I'm sorry, I did not hear from you, but I'm Vickie.
Yes.
This is Tim Detrick, and he is our appraiser.
Okay.
Saubert, and Larry Sigler.
Okay. Very good. These are all of our services that we do provide. Does anybody else have pets in here? Anybody? I'm just going to give you some. We offer quite a bit of services through our organization in addition to the trap, neuter, return. I just want to highlight that for you. We do offer free vaccines. So, because it's so expensive at a regular vet office, and ours are free. The only thing that we don't do would be rabies and bordetella, but your basic core vaccines, they're free. So we do that in our Anderson location. Does anybody else want a flyer? Do you have enough? Okay. And then, so with the trap, neuter, return, we do have trapping teams that come out. Ideally, we want to train people. The people that come forward and say, I've got, 5 cats that have gone into my barn and I can't get them, they're feral. So a lot of people get confused with the terminology. Just want to clarify that. A feral cat is wild, you're not going to be able to touch it at all. And then you have kind of semi, it's a little skittish, but you can't pick it up, it's going to run. And then a friendly cat obviously can get into a carrier easily. So we're looking at the feral cats because those are the ones that obviously we need to be mainly trapped. So, but we try to train anybody who is interested. because there's a lot of steps to it. You have to withhold food, you have to set the traps usually in the evening right before dusk, and then you have to stage them overnight once you trap them in a climate controlled area. And then the next morning we have to take them to the clinic in Noblesville. We have to go back later in the day to pick them up, and then we have to recover them. They stay in the trap when you're recovering them. And then usually 24 to 48 hours later, we release them back to the area where they were trapped. So it's quite a process. There's a lot of steps, and we need a lot of manpower for that. But if somebody who is actually feeding the animals, and they want help to trap them, we are happy to teach them. We can help as much as possible. For a voucher package to get the cat fixed is $35 for a resident. We're paying half. We pay the other half of that, so it's about $70, which is a good deal because they're getting quite a bit in that package. We do have, we've helped pass several TNR ordinances. I was surprised to hear that about Frankton. I think that's wonderful. That's great. So you're doing it legally, not the midnight hour, which we've done before. But we have gotten support from the town, financially, especially where if it's at a public place where the cats need to be trapped. We've also helped relocate cats, although we don't like to do that because cats will, if they get relocated and they're not properly acclimated, they will find their way back to the colony where they originated from, and oftentimes it's a death sentence because they, might get hit on the way, a lot of things. So we like to keep them right where they've been living. That's where they know is their home. I don't know what kind of specific questions you all have.
I don't know how you get to people that take care of all these cats. I think they're doing something good.
Right.
They're feeding them, and they're letting them breathe and all this, and I don't know how, they're supposed to figure, and I don't, like I said, I don't know about all of the situations. How I live, I don't have a problem, but,
I think that's where you rely on the police. To enforce the ordinance. You already have the ordinance. And so what we've done in the other towns that we have ordinances is we provide a lot of information to your police officer that when you see colonies or you get complaints from the neighbors that you're going and you're talking to that homeowner and you're giving them our resources. And so you can give a warning, just go, if you don't start taking care of this, contact these folks, then you're going to get fined. I don't know what the fine is.
Right.
I have to look at that. But
I can send that to you. I apologize.
That's okay. And you may have sent it. Sometimes things go to spam still. But I think really relying on the police officers in town to help, and we collaborate with them. You could give me a call, and we're happy to reach out to people too. So, if you know of a specific area, or that little old lady that's feeding 20 cats off the back of her porch, right? And that happens. And we don't want to be punitive. That's not our goal. Our goal is to get the cats fixed and then returned. And we do have pet food in that resort. We do have a pet food pantry once a month, and people who are taking care of outdoor cats can come and get free food. So, that helps the burden for them. So I don't know, officer, is that something that we could, you're not the only officer in town, are you?
No.
Okay. Is that something that we could collaborate with you about? Okay. So if I give you, leave you with some resources and
I will make sure that we do that.
Yeah, I think that, and then I can always give you more, and I'll give you my card, and feel free to contact me directly.
Can I have one of your cards?
Yes.
My wife will help.
Okay. You look familiar. I don't know if we've ever met, but you look familiar to me.
Okay. Sorry. What's the Detrick?
We do have somebody, her son does come Frankton, Monica, and I'm going to botch her last name. Wolanica, so she lives, I think, off of 400, 500, something like that. But she's willing to come and trap, and I have another trapper in Alexandria, if need be, to help with the town. So, you know, and I don't know how invested you want to be in this kind of process. If you have any money that you can help fund, we fundraise for everything that we do. We are a nonprofit. We do get some financial support from Middletown. We did from Elwood when we first passed the ordinance. And then we do have an ordinance in Anderson that we just got passed, and Best Friends Animal Society is funding us there.
Okay, that's good.
Your ordinance says that there's some money to negate this problem.
Okay. And, I just think it's hard because, you know, keep telling people, I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know how to go out and trap. I'm not good. I'm probably allergic to cats. So I'm not doing it. But, you know, just letting people know that we're trying and starting the process.
Yeah.
So it's not going to alleviate everything overnight.
Right. No, it won't.
You know, but
we have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and right now it's kitten season. So, you know, they were mating in January, and it's about a 62-day gestation period. It's quick.
Yeah.
And cats can have up to 3 litters a year. And usually about 6 to 7 in a litter. So that's a lot.
That's a lot.
And they do, and we don't want them to die horrific deaths, and unfortunately that's a lot of times what happens.
Right.
But we'd be happy to collaborate. I do have a memo of understanding that we use with Middletown and the city of Anderson, if that's something that I could send and have your lawyer take a peek at. Okay. And we can tweak it as needed. That's something.
Okay. Well, does anybody have any questions right now?
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
There was a lady that came a year or 2 ago and was wanting to get a building for a trap rescue. Connect her with her. Maybe she'll be our Frankton trapper.
I was thinking about that.
Do you know who it was?
I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
We have minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know who it is? I may know her.
No, I don't remember.
It was just where she was
wanting to get a building to do a trap rescue, and it was nothing for the town to do.
Oh, okay.
Or the offer.
Yeah. She was wanting to put a shelter and stuff, and where she wanted to,
Right.
Yeah.
Here in town, she wanted to do that. Yeah. Well, bless her heart. She's trying. But you build a structure, and you're gonna always fill it, and it will always be to overcapacity. So with colony cats, you really want to just release them back to the colony where they know, and really, over time, a short amount of time, they don't live longer lives like an indoor cat would. You know, just because they might get hit by a car, get into poison, a critter might get them. You know what I mean? So there's just things that they have premature deaths.
Yeah.
You know, but it is proven that TNR does work, and over time it does decrease the cat population. But I'm happy to provide any of that if you need more.
Okay.
I can do that, and I'm happy to work with you, Officer Huffman. Right? Yeah. And so maybe you and I can email, and you can make the connections, numbers or whatever.
Yeah, I'll get her name to you and get this started, and I'm sure she probably.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this time. I appreciate it.
This is something that we get started on.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you
All right,
very
have a
much.
good night. Thank you. Oh, my car.
Okay. Yes. Okay, next on the agenda is the IMPA Circuit Coordination for the West and East. What that is, I think
It's got 9,500 and 86 $8,600 is for the rest of the East Circuit, which we've got to get done, and then the West Circuit is $95.
Yes.
And I didn't know how much we had in
We have over 40 right now in that.
but we have to keep 20. We have to keep 20 so that we have 20 left in there to do that. So that would be 17,000. That big a spot if we had to do trees and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, look, I want to say it's close to 50, maybe a little more, but I know it's
If it was 50, getting it all done, the area they did already, Vickie,
Yes.
we just had an outage in there after a year and a half.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was a transformer that blew.
Yeah, you can't.
That was a bad piece of equipment. It wasn't a fuse or it wasn't a cutout. So these really need to be done.
Yeah. They've helped a lot. I've noticed our power is not going out.
Yeah, power, well, it will. Just wait till school starts.
Yeah, I mean, this is something we've been talking about. Trying to get an opportunity to do it. So, I'm going to make a motion to have the east and the west sides.
I think you should.
Pending the availability of funds.
Yep. I'll make a motion to approve that.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, okay.
Did you have any documents you need to sign?
It's all right here.
It's over.
It's all right here.
Okay, because I don't know how long it will last.
Okay, ordinance 102-26, meter install fees. And I don't have problems with that. You want to
You're
sign
starting to
it?
see.
You want to sign it? Go
I
ahead.
got you.
Okay, so 102-26. That's the meter install fees. And, oh, that's a public hearing.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Okay, so I need a motion to close the regular meeting. You need a motion?
I make a motion to close regular meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now I need a motion to open the public hearing.
I make a motion, we open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now, ordinance 102-26. Okay, this is replaces or amends 103-06, so that tells you how long, 20 years. Council of Town of Frankton, Madison County, Indiana, the electric and water meter install fees are increased to $50 each. Installed electric and water meters are available each month at zero consumption. This service is generally used if a customer is absent from their property by 2 or more consecutive months and no utility use, in order to avoid minimum monthly charges to the utility bill. The fee is payable at such time the request is made to reinstall the meter. This ordinance will take effect upon final approval by the town. This is the first reading, that's approved, and it'll be the last day of May. Actually, so may I have a motion to approve ordinance 102-26, first reading?
I make a motion, we approve ordinance 102-26 for the first reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have a question.
Yes.
Or do I have to wait till you read through them all?
Beg your pardon?
I said I have a question. Do I need to wait till you read through them all, or?
No.
No.
Okay, so on the meter install fee, We at Heritage Chains use those outside meters once a year for a fish fry. So that means we'll have to do a $50 install just for a meter for a weekend for a fish fry, for it to only be, because Lisa doesn't want them to stay in there. So then she makes them come out and take them out.
Right.
So then on top of utility prices, and I'll be paying a $50 meter price per meter, which I have two, and then for one weekend, he'll be taken back out.
No, I felt, did we waive those fees for you guys? I thought we did.
She did this year because I brought it up to her. But in years past, I had not, so I want to ask that now.
If you bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up. And
You bring it
It's not, you guys are non-profit. You guys use that to help the community.
So I'm sitting there thinking, is he charging me?
Thank you.
So if you ever do, just come to me, Natasha.
Thank you.
I'll make sure she gets it cleaned. Your husband's going to be the one taking it out.
Dan came and cut it in, and then she called yelling at him for cutting one of the meters in and told him to go take it out. The poor guy, as soon as he got installed, had to pull it out.
Vickie, this is a public meeting, right?
Yes. It's a hearing. This is a
Public hearing, so if anybody needs to ask questions during these ordinance before we vote.
Yes.
I couldn't hear.
Okay. So now we got 103-26. This is water tap fees. The charge for a 5/8" or 3/4" water meter tap shall be $3,500 and must be paid prior to the installed service. If costs are incurred by the town in excess of $3,500, the customer will be invoiced the excess cost prior to the meter install. The charge for 1" or larger water meter tap shall be all costs incurred for the install. This will be invoiced to the customer and must be paid before the service install can begin. No circumstance shall a water tap fee or connection be less than $3,500. So, this is not raising people's bill. This is for normally new construction when you're tapping into water. And that has a one-time fee. And that has it, let's see, it was 2013 last time that it was.
And when does this go to that rate?
This will begin May 11th. Okay. Yeah. No. Any other questions on this one? May I have a motion then to approve orders 103-26?
You're going to approve once you get out of the...
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Approve once you get out of here.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, you got to get out of here.
My brain is
First reading. It'll be a hearing, and it'll be a vote.
Then we'll vote on it. Okay. Next is 104-26, which is the sewer permit fee. The sewer permit fee currently is $600, shall increase to $1,000. The sewer permit must be processed to pay and a sewer permit number issued prior to installation. Customers responsible for all costs related to the installation, such as tapping the main, street cuts, and install from the town's main to the dwelling. And this will take effect also the 11th of May. Any questions about the sewer?
We haven't voted on it.
You were one.
We got to vote on it.
We got to vote on it.
Actually, will they sign at this meeting?
That'll be next meeting. This is just the first reading. This is just the first reading. It'll actually approve the next meeting.
I get back at the good
Yeah, you
hand.
got to have one. And then if you go next one, because we have to have one public, we have to do the first reading, then next time we do it, right?
Yeah.
Next time we'll sign it.
Okay, then this is order 105-26. This is after-hours service call for non-emergency services. A $50 service call shall be charged to any customer for each occasion that a utility employee is called out on overtime for a non-emergency call. call is considered any time after the hours of Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. With exceptions as needed. This is that somebody just called you out because something looks strange in the backyard. I mean, you're not usually, it's not an emergency, it's not a water leak, it's not a backup sewer, it's not electrical outage. This is non-emergency. And you guys get these non-emergency calls, and it's, I think it was $25.
It was.
Yeah. And this was 2002.
Do what?
And they're already in ordinance right now, it's just increasing the current ordinance, or is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's increasing it, it's not in addition to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The previous ordinance was 107-02, so it was quite a while ago. Quite a while ago. Okay. Any questions on this? Okay. And then the last one is 106-.
Water and meter fees. So the meter, the hydrant fees, we did the math wrong. We had 10 months a year, so we had stable accounts cop that, like, hey, you're charging hydrants more than what you have on your ordinance. So they told us you need a 12-month annual, and then the bulk water was the same as our first 3,000 gallons. The same rate.
So what's the change in the bulk water?
It goes to first 3,000 gallons is $95.
How much more?
95.
95 more dollars?
No, not more. It goes to
Minimum 95.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what the change is? Because there was a bunch of people at just today, like everybody's gone. And I'm like, why did you do that now? Because they said pool water is bought from the bulk water.
Yes.
And they said the pool water, there's a big difference between pool water in Frankton and some other communities.
I want to say it went from 65, I think it was. We went to 95.
$30 more dollars. 3,000 gallons?
Yeah. I'm sorry. So it was 68.27 was the normal.
And then it's going to 95.
Yes.
27 for 3,000 gallons.
Yes.
Okay.
Full water.
Bulk water.
Not
normal.
Not residential water.
Yeah, that's
That's why I want to make sure.
That's why I put that heritage shade at the bathrooms, because we have an agreement with you guys to obtain and use them, and then we also have a site agreement with the tractor club.
Yeah.
So my call is supposed to be to have the water lines and everything turned on there, but I wanted to hear from here, because now I'm going to have to go back to the tractor club and say, look, we're going to be looking at paying almost $100 a month, regardless if you're using it or not, for us to have our meters and have them turned on and operating.
They're referring to the hydrant, not residential. This doesn't change your...
No. It's bulk water and hydrant.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
This is where they go with the hydrant.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. Charge
Yeah.
them. They're outside people using our resources.
Yeah.
Charge them.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Okay. That takes care of all of those. Any other questions about these ordinances? Okay, now I have a motion then to close the hearing.
Except the first reading first.
We do that after the hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the hearing.
I second it.
We have a motion to reopen.
I'll make a motion to reopen.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Okay, now I can move. Okay, so now, for the first reading. Thank you, guys.
Vickie, I'm gonna go. Do the hearing. I'm starting to see spots.
You go right ahead. You go right ahead.
I don't want to see them before I...
This is a bad one for you to come to, because I knew it was going to be a long meeting.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm okay, but I'm starting to see dots, and I don't want to see them on the way home.
All right.
Take you home.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Take care, Larry.
Thank you,
See you,
guys.
Eric.
See ya.
Okay, so now we can vote on
Okay.
For the first reading.
for the three.
Yeah, don't sign it yet, so.
Yeah, we'll sign them anyway. Okay, so for the first reading, ordinance number 102-26, meter install fees, may I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve the ordinance 102-26 meter installment fees.
I second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 103-26, water tap fees for the first reading, may I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion we approve the ordinance 103-26 water tap fees.
I second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 104-26 sewer permit fee. May I have a motion for the first reading?
I make a motion for the first reading of ordinance 104-26, the sewer permit fees.
I second, all in favor?
Aye.
Ordinance 105-26 after hour service call. May I have a motion to approve for the first reading?
I make a motion for approve for the first reading the ordinance 105-26 after the hours service call.
I second, all in favor?
Aye.
And finally, ordinance 106-26 water rate increase for hydrant and bulk water. May I have a motion for the first reading?
I make a motion for the first reading for ordinance 106-26 water rate increase to hydrants and bulk water.
I second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, here. Okay, what else we got? Is that it?
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you gotta sign that stuff.
Oh, I thought he was signing.
He did.
He
Larry
did.
signed it before.
Okay.
Yeah, Larry signed that.
He's already signed this, okay. So then, I just need, all right, does anyone have anything from the floor? May I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
I second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, for your patience.
Hey.